Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whenever you are watching this video on Up the Reds TV with me, Andy Cambay. So this one is the Tottenham Hotspur preview, the second leg of the Carabao semi-final. Obviously it's going to be played at Anfield. So Spurs come with a 1-goal lead from the game that was played 2 weeks ago. It seems an age, that, doesn't it? Bit strange that it's normally played a week after the first leg, but for whatever reason, it's 2 weeks down the line. So let's get on with it. On his press conference, asked about injury to Trent, he said Trent felt something in his leg. He's now training with on the pitch or side of the pitch, whatever you want to, whichever way you want to look at it. He's with the rehab coach, so he's outside and not inside, which is good. He said he just felt something. He's not going to be ready for tomorrow's game, and he won't be used for the Plymouth FA Cup game on Sunday. So that'll leave him free for the big Merseyside derby next Wednesday at Goodison. So was asked about the transfer window being shut, and he said, look, lots of coaches, managers would love a squad like mine, so I'm quite happy with what I've got. And it's true, isn't it? Lots of Reds outside the bubble were wanting some kind of transfer to be bought in, midfielder, centre-half, right-back, goalkeeper, you name it. They were naming them on the socials. But look, Arne's so calm, collective with his, thoughts and his sayings. He said, look, if I'm honest with you, a lot of managers would love my squad, and that speaks volumes, really, doesn't it? Look where we are in the Champions League. Look where we are in the Premier League. Look how far we've got in the Carabao Cup. I know we've got the FA Cup game at weekend. Hopefully we will progress to the next round, all being well. So yeah. He was then asked about the performance against Bournemouth, and obviously it was a high intensity game, but all games are going to be like this between now and the end of the season, whichever competition that we are involved in. So he said, look, we give the players more information after we've played a game. During the training sessions, we get them to do things better than what they're doing. And if you look at it that way, that's a great way of coaching players, isn't it? Don't dwell on the good things that you are doing. Let's sort out the things that we can improve on. It's a great footballing value to have if you are a coach or a manager of your team and you're successful. That's one way of looking at it. He said, look, we organise every game, we prepare every training session to win that game, and we don't. We're here to learn from the experiences that we've had from the previous game or against the games that we've already played against the opposition, which is good. So obviously he'll take something away from the Spurs game that we lost 1-0 to. He said, look, the players prepare in the same way. We have to, and hopefully, we get the win and go through. Obviously, we are a goal down on that. He was asked about the matchday squad as well because of Joey missing out and Freddie Chiesa for the Bournemouth bench, and he had an interesting sight on that, and I totally agreed with what he said as well. He said, look, I'm only allowed to name 9 subs in the Premier League games, whereas in the European games it's 11 subs, and he said when players are training really, really well during the week, it's a job that he doesn't like to do. Telling a player, because he's trained so well, he's not going to be involved in the match day squad. And he said that he thinks there should be 11 subs available for Premier League games, which is really, really interesting. So obviously, with on that note, with Trent being out, Joey will come back in. I'd imagine Chiesa will be in as well, but I'll touch on the teams in a moment. So yeah, that was a good insight on that. Okay, so Spurs. Let's speak about them. I watched them against Brentford. Obviously, they won 2-0, but if I'm being honest with you, second half they just sat, excuse me, and defended that 1-goal lead. They were playing with the low block. Now, I think that's how they'll do against us to start off with, to see if we can penetrate that low block. They will try and break out on the counter with Song up there, Kulusevski, Richarlison. They'll all be, I think they'll all be starting for Tottenham. Obviously, they don't have Mickey van der Van. He's not being risked in this game because it will be a full throttle Premier League game. It won't be a European game at all. Romario's going to be out as well. He has brought in 2 signings in Kevin Danso. He's on loan from Lons, is he? He's a centre half. And he's brought in Matthias Tell from the 19-year-old Frenchman from Bayern Munich. So he's got those 2 options on the bench to bring in, and or he might even start with Danso. Who knows? Just have to wait and see about that. So our team. Shall we start with obviously Ali? Conor Bradley will come in for Trent, or it might be Joey. We don't know that yet. We'll just have to wait and see on that one. Ibu in the middle with Verge. Robbo, I would think, would start as left back. And then you've got Gravenberch, Maka and Slobosly. And then up front, I'm going for Mo, Diaz and Gapco. But some people are saying he thinks that Darwin Núñez is going to get a chance up front. I'm not so sure, really. I think that team, bar Trent, that played against Bournemouth, is a good team. And obviously on the bench, you've got the likes of Curtis Jones, Chiesa. Hopefully Chiesa gets picked. Endo, Elliott, Núñez, Kelleher, Joey, Simicast, and one other. Probably be the academy player. As far as Tottenham's concerned, I think they will probably go with maybe the same team that was at Brentford, or he might make a couple of changes. But obviously that Kinski in goal. Spence will play left back. I quite like him. He's a right-footed player, but I think Mo give him a torrid time in the 6-3. So hopefully, Mo can do the same. Ben Davies and Gray will be the centre half pairings, and Porro will be playing on as a right back. I think Bentancur, Sarr probably starting there. Son, Kulusevski and Bergvall, I think, is the other one. I'm thinking that he came off the bench. at Brentford, but I think he'll start and Richarlison up front. So yeah, I think it'll be a low block game plan that Spurs will have. They might change because it is a 1-goal lead that they've got to hold. Important, there was a lot of tickets flying around for this game. I was offered a few. I'm not going due to other commitments, but I will be watching it at home, and hopefully we turn the deficit round and we get on to play whoever finishes the game tonight against Newcastle and Arsenal. Obviously, Newcastle got a 2-goal lead. Arsenal on the back of that 5-1, shall we say, demolition of Man City. They'll be on a crest of a wave, so they'll be going up to Newcastle with some confidence. Newcastle have lost the last 2 home games, and which is a bit of a disappointment, and they've had the strongest starting lineup in both games. There's no injury worries up there for Newcastle, so we'll just have to wait and see. And like I say, hopefully we'll turn our game around. Okay, so I'll do you a post-match after the game tomorrow. Okay, and I just want to say, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, give me a comment. Some nice comments coming through now regarding matches, people that watch this video, so thank you for that. And if you're new to watching this, or you watching these videos on a regular basis but not subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel, as I'm trying to build up 100 subscribers before the end of the season. So that is my target in doing that. Okay, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening, and if you are going to be watching the Newcastle v Arsenal game, enjoy that as well, and I will speak to you guys tomorrow. Up the Reds.